Okay. Well, once again, Pega isn't wanting to show up. 1 second. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. There we go. Welcome back to another Strange Road Gem stream. I'm your host, Strange Road Gem. um, Sorry, I've been haven't been sleeping well lately. Um, so last night I kind of woke up at pretty much 4 o'clock in the morning and didn't really get back to sleep, at least for a little while. Um, so I'm a little off. Normally I would start this at 1 p.m. Um, Seeing that, with the change in schedule or the change in the um, daylight savings time, um, I had to, um, I had to push, pull the hour back to 1 o'clock normally instead of the 2 o'clock. But I'm coming at you right now at, well, a little after 2 o'clock. Um, like I said, I've been a little tired. Um, but we're going to go ahead and do another Pega session. We'll go ahead and do this the challenge that I wanted to do the day before, but um, again, I was really tired yesterday. I didn't. Um, I basically pretty much shut down. Um, so there wasn't a stream yesterday, really. Um, but for those of you that are watching these videos on YouTube, it doesn't really matter. You're watching the next one. But I mean, you're always welcome to come and join me on these live streams anyway. So, now, um, today's lineup for today is going to be, an hour of Pega, or actually probably about 40 minutes of Pega studying, Pega certification studying. We got some videos to upload, and then we got Star Rail later on tonight. So if any of that interests you, then stick with me through this live stream, or if you're watching this via YouTube later, then know that these videos do get posted to the playlist as straight VODs, so you're welcome to go and check them out if you want to. Check out the other playlists. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we're doing here for the Pega Academy. So, who am I? Well, I am currently an unemployed software developer whose last job was working with the Pega environment. Um, Been looking for work since, but haven't had any luck in that. Um, Applying for entry level and not getting the single callback is disheartening, but I mean, I'm not going to stop. I don't want to stop on that, so we'll keep on pushing forward. Um, in the meantime, we're going to continue working towards actually getting my certification. The last job that I was at, they gave us an authorized training partner to try to teach us about Pega and, you know, help us getting our certification. However, the authorized training partner wasn't really that great. unfortunately, a good majority of us went self-study, and um, the one and only time that I was forced to take the certification, I failed it. Now, it did fall upon me to continue doing the self studies afterwards, but I didn't. So this is my attempt to get there. Do the studies, work my way through it, and get to that point where I will have that certification. I can put it on my resume, and I can apply for Pega jobs again. Um, but in the meantime, these videos are there for me to kind of go through the mission, learn everything that I can about it, and post questions on said videos. I use these streams to kind of keep me focused on that path because that's kind of what I want to do. Being a software developer. Um, you know, but I haven't had any luck, um, or not much luck anyway. So what are we going to be doing here? So like I said, I'm going through all of the mission for the system architect in order to get the certification for the system architect. Um, and while I cover those, I'll have questions that I hope professionals within the Pega community, veterans, leads, managers, someone from Pega Academy will help answer these questions of mine because I'm not going to have all the answers myself, not yet. I don't have the experience to, um, to outright say, oh yes, I know exactly what this is talking about and all that. So if you're watching these videos and you think that I am an authorized training partner or an instructor, then don't. Sorry, it, I'm not. I'm working towards my certification just like anybody else that might be watching these videos for that information or, to, continue their work, their journey. So hopefully you continue to join me on that journey as we continue to work towards our certifications. So, um, so let's get into the dashboard here. Now, we've already covered the business architect for 8.7. Um, if you're watching these videos a couple of years down the line, then most likely you're probably going to be seeing like 8.8 and 23. Not much I can really do about that. I'm not going to be changing up, what I see for 8.7 for, future, um, future topics and future, challenges later on. So you'll have to understand that there's going to be some changes. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't, right? I won't be able to tell. So, but hopefully you'll still find it useful because who knows? Maybe if you're like in Pega 12 and you're like, oh, hey, here's an old topic, you know, maybe it'll be helpful for you because maybe it's some old keywords that you're not familiar with, which you should be aware of when you take the certification because there might be some questions in there. When I took it for 8.6, I had some Pega 7 questions in there, so I mean, let's face it, they probably don't really clean out their database all that often, so but at the same time, you're probably going to be meeting individuals that have, passed certifications in Pega as well. So, they're probably going to be using some old keywords, themselves that you might not be aware of. So, um, But if you want to cover the business architect, that's all on the playlist. I have all the videos already there, ready for you to view, so you can check that out. These two modules, though, they're supposed to cover the Pega Express delivery, but I don't feel like they do a good enough job. I recommend doing the mission for the Pega Express delivery for the business architect, seeing that the Pega Express delivery is 12% of the certification. So make sure that you are very well aware of what Pega Express delivery is, what it can do, and why you need it as a business architect. So now for the system architect, as you can see, we got 12 hours and 55 minutes remaining, so we got a long ways to go. Especially seeing that, some of these topics that they say is 5 minutes aren't 5 minutes. So, um, so, um, we're going to be working on the challenge here, or customizing a view at runtime. So, they say that it's 5 minutes. It's not. There's no way. You know, there's absolutely no way that someone can get through all of this that they are putting down and saying that you can get through it in 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I don't think so. Um, so I sent them a suggestion saying, here, you better put someone that has no idea about Pega, get them a stopwatch and have them go through this, because there's no way that you can cover this entire thing in 5 minutes. I'm sorry. No. Matter of fact, they really should be doing that for all of these, to be honest. They should be taking someone that is like brand new um, to their company and have them go through the academy themselves and time it. See how long it takes them to get through this. So, okay, but let's work on this. So GoGo stakeholders want to enter customer information view and identify a location view to be streamlined to display the relevant information with proper validations. To achieve this request, change the coverage information of enter customer information view to a two-column layout and add the VIP code property to the identified location view with required validations. So I'm going to go ahead and take the password here. Now, I'm kind of curious. Their video is 3 minutes and 4 seconds, according to this. But I mean, let's face it, they cut out a lot. They do a lot of editing on these videos. I will not be using the video, by the way. We're just going to be going step by step through the detailed tasks. So, um, the one thing that they're cutting out a lot of is the wait time. You know, um, now they say prepping the Pega instance is not a part of the 5 minutes. That's fine. That's understandable. Um, but you know, let me, let's go ahead and you know, um, you know. So here's the thing. I want to time this part right now. Okay, I'm pulling out a stopwatch right now, and as soon as I hit login here, I'm going to time it and see how long it takes for me to get to a screen where I can actually see the navigation pane for App Studio to click data. So 1, 2, 3. 15 seconds. Now, obviously, there is a little bit of delay on my end because I'm streaming, you know, but, you know, I still have pretty good internet here. Just saying, you know, I'm already a minute in, so I'm supposed to finish this in 4 minutes apparently. Now, I could try to click data right now, but I mean, it's still loading in. So who knows what it's going to try to do if I even attempt clicking on data. So I'm not going to even bother with it right at this moment in time. Normally it brings up a view and then it brings up like the work list first, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and then it shows like the full-on view of the application itself. Yeah, see, here's this view. I'm 2 minutes in now. I got 3 minutes left. Okay. I'm stopping it at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And now I'm able to click data. Just just pointing that out there. So, alright, so in the navigation pane of the App Studio, click Data. In the Data Objects and Integrations landing page, click Service Address to open the Service Address data object. Okay, so Service Address. Click Add Field to add a new field to the Service Address data object. And we're going to add zip and the field name. So add field. Zip. Okay. In the type list, select text single line, which I mean I believe it already is. Click the advanced to expand the options and the max length. Enter 5. Okay, so we're actually doing the um, advanced, which is interesting. Max length is 5. Okay, done. Um, and then of course we submit and save the changes. A little weird that I'm adding a zip to something that already has city, state, street already built, but whatever. We're already done with task 1. Okay. Moving on to task 2. Change the template to a 2-column layout. In the navigation pane of App Studio, click Case Types Assistance Request to open the assistance request case type. Um, so we do case types. Assistance request. Um, Click Save and Run to create a case instance. Okay. Advance past the Identify Issue step. Okay. Okay. Save and run. Okay. Enter in the enter customer information view, toggle the design mode. Okay. Okay, so we are in the enter customer information view, toggle the design mode. So there's the design. Now we're in the design mode. So hover over the enrollment information section and click edit the section to open the enrollment information panel. So we're supposed to hover over this and click the edit on this particular field. We can't click on anything else there, folks. So if we accidentally, go to like a different section, which unfortunately this is a jumbled mess right at this moment in time. So who knows, this is going to be interesting trying to take care of that, but um, but yeah, it looks like we can take care of that enrollment information, or at least I hope so. I hope that's the right section overall. In the enrollment information pane to the right of template, click change to template. So click change. In the select the template window, click to column. So to column. Okay, so there's the two columns there. So in the enrollment information pane, hover over coverage level and click and drag the item to column B. Click close to close the enrollment information pane. So we're taking this and moving it down to B. And then we are clicking close to close the information. Okay. There's that. Toggle the design mode. Okay, so we're pulling ourselves out of design mode. So there you go with the um, with the enrollment and coverage level side by side instead of one on top of each other. Click continue to advance the case to identify location step. Um, don't you want to pick someone? Okay, identify location. Toggle the design mode. Hover over the service address section and click edit this section. Okay, again, I would kind of recommend that they put down like information like this, so you know exactly what section they're talking about. But I'm assuming that this is what they want. So unfortunately, it doesn't like give you like a section name, unfortunately, at this point. So that's unfortunate, but um, in the pane on the right, click add. So we're going there, clicking add. In the field section, hover over the zip field and click add to view. So clicking on that to add. And we're doing zip and adding that. There we go. Click close to return to the previous pane. To the right, to the panel on the right, hover over zip and then click edit this text input. So there we go. Okay, so now we have ourselves a bit of um, notification that, hey, here you go, details there. So, okay, so clear the use property default checkbox, in the label value field, enter zip code. So there's that. Default value, zip code. Oh no, and the label value, we want zip code. In the placeholder list, select other. Um, in the field under placeholder list, enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a placeholder value. In the required list, select always. Okay, click the presentation tab. In the editable settings section, in the minimal characters, enter 5. So we want the presentation tab. And in minimal characters, we want 5. Repeat step 14 for max characters field. Okay, so we want 5 for both the minimum and the maximum. So in the editable format section and the type list, select number. In the text alignment list, select left. Clear the display value using read-only formatting checkbox. And then click apply to save your changes. Click close to return to the previous pane. Click close to close the section pane. Toggle design mode. So we're doing apply. We're doing close. We're doing close. And then we toggle design mode. So now not only is zip code required, but you have the default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 being shown. So confirm your work. From the multi-step navigation menu, click enter customer information to return to the previous step. Go back there. In the account ID list, select an enrolled customer, confirm that coverage level is displayed in the second column. There you go. Click continue to navigate to the identify location step. In the identify location view, verify that you can enter only numbers in the zip code field. So making sure, hey, can't enter any kind of characters. Although E is somehow able to be entered in as a number. Interesting. Why is E allowed? Um, Now, I know E is typically regarded as an exponent. So you can typically put like 1E10, for example, right? But here's the thing. Um, Maybe they should have an option for exponents and not just, um, allowing for E, which isn't a number. Um, like if I do 1, 2, 3, E5, yeah. Uh, they need to try to fix that a little bit, in my particular opinion. Because if it's only supposed to take numbers in, then it shouldn't be allowing for E. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think, you should be allowing for exponent E to be kind of being placed as an exponent in there. Although, um, I know, like I said, E is used as an exponent label. Um, there's other ways of stating a numerical value in there. So yeah, I don't, I'd find it. I know what they're trying to do, but at the same time, they should really guard against that. So in the zip code field, enter a value with more than 5 digits and click continue. So um, maximum length allowed is 5. Okay, we're gonna just do 9. The field should be at least 5 characters long. So um, in the zip code field, enter a value of less than 5 digits and click continue. Confirm that you receive an error message when the zip code length is less than 5 characters. In the zip code field, enter 5 digits and click continue. Confirm that the case advances to identify a vehicle step, which it does. We can then confirm that it has been completed, and we have confirmed that, so no worries on that. Um, but um, okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and send this in to them. Alright, so technically, what was that? Probably about good 15 minutes or so. Now, I did it fairly quick, so. But here's the thing. If you knew everything that you needed to do, then yeah, you probably could get through this fairly quickly. But for someone that is brand new, that might not be aware of, the steps that you need to take, mm, 10 minutes, maybe. Because there is a lot of graphics here, okay, and they're doing a lot of show in that, which is good. Visual confirmation is helpful. but um, they need to. Hmm. So, checking the input for the zip code, I spammed lots of different characters. One character remained. I understand that E is typically regarded as the label for exponent. Maybe you'll need some safeguards on your number um, field type to guard against allowing E into a zip code. Like maybe if the user selects um, number, selects the number field type, it will pop up a checkbox giving them the option to handle exponents or not. If not, it should reject E. Image has been attached. And yes, I can continue with the input shown. Okay, well, that challenge has been completed. Okay, so we got grouping fields and views next, which is just one topic, so which is apparently just 5 and 5. So, um, so we'll be tackling that tomorrow. Um, the problem that I have with a lot of this is that, um, it feels like they are giving the people that are like authorized training partners or instructors, these topics, these challenges, and they know all the steps that they need to do. Okay. You're talking about someone that is already well versed in tackling these challenges, these topics, and so on and so forth. So they're going to be like kind of breezing through these challenges, these topics, and stuff like that. So putting a stopwatch to them, okay, they know what they're doing. Okay. If if I am a brand new person that has never seen this before, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take a lot of time to try to learn the material and stuff like that. So saying that, hey, this challenge is only 5 minutes long is not telling you the truth. Okay. They are straight up lying to you, in my particular opinion. And I really don't like that. You really need to kind of, you know, understand the fact that, it can take time for a person to, know where to look, know how, need to know how to go about doing things. They're going to be going back and forth between, what the notes are saying and what you need to do, on the screen itself. You know, there's a certain amount of time that it will take you to actually do the work. Um, you know, so um, so that's who they need to be reviewing it with. Not the veterans, not the instructors, because they know exactly what steps that they need to take. It's like, hey, if I need to, if I need to change the view, then um, that's going to be easy. I can just do this, 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 this. You want me to add a zip code? Oh, yeah, no problem. I'll just do this, but, put that in there, put the zip code down, and I'm done. You know, um, like here, I'm gonna close this down, and I'm gonna reset it. I know what, I kind of know what they need me to do. you know. So I want to kind of go back through that and try it again, right? Let's see how fast I can do it, right? Just knowing what they kind of need me to do. So so we're gonna go ahead and time it again. Okay, now I'm not a complete professional here, so I'm probably gonna be kind of making mistakes, okay? If I was someone that is, a veteran or something like that, then they're probably going to be like, yeah, no problem. I can take care of this in 5 minutes. But I'm not. So, um, but we're gonna redo this, and we're going to see what we can do about um, see how quick we can get this done. And this is if I know exactly everything that I've already been through this already once. So, going through assistance requests, changing the design mode, changing the enrollment, changing um, the location. So this shouldn't be that difficult. Obviously there's going to be a little bit of, um, I'm going to probably have like the most trouble like here in the text input. So, okay, here we go. Now again, I'm going to start it right now. Starting the stopwatch now, so you all know, um, what we're, so, if you wanted to, you can use your own stopwatch. So, matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and click on data almost immediately as soon as I see it, just to see if I can save time. Kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Still loading. Okay, it is 1 minute in so far. Okay, there's data. Let me see if I can get in there almost immediately. Clicked on it. So let's see if it loads. Normally, I wouldn't necessarily recommend clicking on something, especially when it's trying to process, trying to get to another location. It went there anyway. Great. I'm already 2 minutes and 15 seconds in, and it still went to the view. Okay, service address. Add field. Zip. Advanced. 5 and submit. Okay, there's that. Case types. Systems request. Now, I'm not even, I have, as you can see, I have not switched to the other view yet. This is just, based off of the knowing the steps from previously, right? I'm not going back and forth like how I probably should be, right? So we're doing the save and run. I'm already 4 minutes in. Okay, we're here. We're done, hitting design. We're going to the enrollment section, clicking edit. We're changing that to a 2-column. Okay, moving coverage level down, and then closing. And closing that, and continuing on. And we're here, we're clicking on design, we're clicking, changing the service address. We're adding zip. Close that, and then we change to that. I'm already 5 minutes and about 25 seconds in. So it's already past the 5-minute mark, by the way. So, okay, so we don't use the default property. Let's see, we use zip code. Placeholder is other, which we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was always, and what was the other thing? Visibility always. Yeah. All right, we have to switch over to presentation. We have minimum, maximum, and then we change this to number. We want it to be left. And I think that was about it, right? Yeah, I mean, I've already passed the 5-minute mark already, so just kind of double checking my work here, making sure that it's all proper. Yeah, looks fine. So we do apply, do close, we do close, we close the design, and then we go back to customer information. We are now doing a checking of the information. As you can see, we have both, there. I can't enter in any text except for E. I try to put a number that is longer, and it says, hey, you can't have that. It's too long. Put a number that is smaller. I hit continue. And feel sure to have it be at least 5 characters long. So now I can just do 5 characters, hit continue, and everything works out perfectly fine. And time. So that's 8 minutes there, folks. That's without me checking out the other page that often. 8 minutes. Now, a lot of that time was just me waiting for the system to even handle itself for the most part. It was just a lot of waiting time for the instance itself to even work, even to load. So if they had a system that can run these instances like that, then sure, I might be able to see them doing it in 5 minutes. But here's the thing. They shouldn't be relying on something that they have like the servers right there, and um, if they're running their own uh, if they're running their own application, okay, again, that's a problem. Okay, they're not testing it on their own. Um, they're not really testing it themselves on their own production servers. Okay. Um, I'm running this instance off of their servers. So, these are the load times that I'm dealing with through their own servers. Okay. Now, you could say, but Jim, you're streaming right at this moment in time. You have load times and stuff like that. My internet should not be slowing down, their load times. You know, um, you know, I'm clicking through their tabs here really quickly. Okay, and had it having it being loaded in, fairly quickly there. So there really shouldn't be any means to um, you know, there shouldn't, I'm not seeing any lag along those lines. So that's the problem. Okay. Um, so that's a um, you know, so that's the issue. You know, um, the you know, that's the main issue that I have with their times. With them kind of saying, hey, here's something that takes 5 minutes. One, they're probably not testing it on their own servers, on their own production servers, to get that amount of time taken. Second problem is that they're most likely not using someone that has no clue about what's going on there. Okay. Third, the person needs to be going through each of these detailed tasks one by one to get to a point where they're um, where they're studying the material here and applying it to the challenge, which I don't think that they're doing. I have a funny feeling that they're probably grabbing like an authorized training partner or an instructor to to get the times. And that's unfortunate because again, those individuals um, have the experience already. So they know exactly what they need to do. If you say like, "Hey, I need you to add, a zip to the view, to the application on the service address," they're gonna know like, what to do, where to go, how to go about doing it themselves, or at least one would figure, right? So, you know, I showed that I could do it in 8 minutes, and I barely did any views of the detailed tasks. A lot of it, again, was loading time. So, uh, and of course, if I had to look at the information more, to know exactly what they're doing step by step, that takes even more time. You have to take time to read the material. You have to know exactly what they're wanting to do. You want to make sure that you're, you know, covering what they talked about. So so just saying, they need to do a better job in terms of their timing. That's all. So hey there, Roblox, how you doing there, bud? Um, um, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about here. Let me go ahead and end the video here real quick on the Pega, and I'll get to your issue in just a second. But yeah, that's going to be it concerning the um, Pega studying. We're going to be moving on to the next next portion, next topic. So look forward to that tomorrow. The grouping fields and views, and we'll go from there. But that's where we're going to go ahead and end this Pega certification setting video. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I catch you next time. But until then, take care, have a good night, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll catch you strangers next time.